Three, two.
Hello and welcome. Today we are here at DripClean with the owner Elroy, all the way from Eldorado Park, a young entrepreneur driven by passion and ambition. We want to know, how did he get to where he is today? So, Mr. Elroy, who is Elroy Pauls?
Firstly, good morning. Elroy Pauls is a young entrepreneur from Eldorado Park who started his business. I started my business actually in 2019.
Okay.
So I started cleaning sneakers in 2019, and from there we grew now to doing laundry. So I'm a very simple person, a very respectable person as well, which I believe in showing respect towards others as well. So that's basically who I am, and I believe in giving, and that one of my values is that you give and you get given.
Perfect. So, we want to know about your background. Where are you from and how did it begin?
So I'm originally from Eldorado Park. I was born here. So how the sneaker cleaning began was, I was with a friend. So we first started cleaning sneakers at houses. So he would clean sneakers at his house, I would clean sneakers at my house, and then from there, as it grew, we took it from cleaning sneakers. From there, we moved into the shop. So when the pandemic hit us, we decided to split, and I decided to keep pushing and moving forward the business, and that's how I came about DripClean. Because at first we were Kicks Clean, but then because we were together, we couldn't move with the same name. So he decided he's gonna go with Kicks Clean, and I'm gonna move along with DripClean.
So, what has inspired the name DripClean?
So when I was thinking about a name, I was thinking of a name that would be able to relate to the people, especially in the young community as well, and something that also shows what we can do, which can showcase what we can do, and they can relate to what we do actually. So that's when I thought, okay, no, I was looking for a lot of names. There were many kinds of names that I was actually thinking about, but I didn't want to make it a thing that is too formal or too casual as well, because then I thought, okay, now let me go with DripClean, because it basically says what we do, because with your drip, what you wear, your sneakers, your clothes. So that's how I came about the name.
Okay, so coming back from the name, what is it that DripClean does and what does it do for the community?
So what DripClean does is we clean sneakers and we do laundry. So, but first we started as a sneaker cleaner, but we knew that we wanted to grow, and we knew that this industry is a very broad industry, because it's not only sneaker cleaning that we can do, but I realized that we can do much more within it. And what we do for the community is we're trying to create jobs. With our growth, we've created 2 jobs so far. So we're looking to inspire younger guys as well to also create their own path and then do their own thing.
Yeah. So I remember you saying that during the pandemic you guys split because it was a joint company, right?
Correct.
So what was it like creating your own business during COVID?
Oh, yeah. So it was a very challenging, because like there's so many things that we had to take into consideration. So because of the pandemic, we were already on a loss basically. So I think we were about 3 months behind with our rent and so forth. So we had to come up with a way to make the money up to pay our rent, so that we can be in good standing with our landlords. And then also the clients, having to service clients during the pandemic wasn't very easy, because we had to be closed at that time. So what happened was we had to take all the necessary things we needed to clean sneakers and do it from our homes, and then from there deliver client sneakers back to them. So it was very uncertain times for us, but we were persistent in it. We managed to pull through.
Yeah. So I wanted to know, during that time, it was COVID, it was hard. Do you think that starting a business was realistic at that point in time of your life?
COVID, I think it also helped us to learn a lot. I wouldn't say that it was, but there was a lot of opportunity within COVID as well. It brought a lot of opportunity for many other businesses. So it wasn't very bad because now what I thought is if people don't have money to spend, if people is gonna they're not gonna be spending money on drinks and so forth, they might as well spend their money on having their sneakers cleaned and their clothes cleaned. So that's how I saw it. So I was there just to provide our service, and I always just remain consistent and I stayed there, you know. So the pandemic actually helped us made our business much more stronger.
Yeah. So we know that when creating a business, there's always a vision and then there's passion behind the vision.
Yeah.
But I want to know what pushed you to opening a shop.
So it's also it's part of my personal values. So I'm a person that doesn't start something and just drops it, because a lot of people knew already that we do sneakers, and to when I saw the potential in it, I realized that no, people need to trust us more with their sneakers. You know, people pay a lot of money for sneakers. So how I thought of how is people gonna trust us more, because now we don't have a physical store, so people wouldn't trust you actually that much with the sneakers. You're saying no, you're gonna take it, and they're not gonna know where to find you. So we wanted to make it much more easier for ourselves and the clients to open a shop instead of operating from the house. So it's much more better for them where they can come here and then drop off the sneaks and collect their sneaks in, as well as their laundry.
100%. But how did you acquire capital to open up a shop?
So it was me and my partner at that time. We made a loan. We made a small loan. It was like 5,000 rand. So, but both of us was working as well. So the money that we earned from our salary, we put into the business, and then from there onwards, we went like that. But then when we split, what happened is he took whatever belonged to him, and then I took whatever belonged to me, and then we went our separate ways. So basically, at that time, I had to start from scratch. Like I had to do certain things from scratch, like building a new website, uh, social media pages, and so forth, rebranding the entire business. So, but I did each thing at one step at a time. You know, I say, okay, no, this time I'll do this, next I'll do that, and next I'll do that, and so that's how it went. So I did it. I just did it one step at a time. So to start a business, yeah, it was money that I basically used from my own pocket and so forth, and with the laundromat as well. So I saved a lot of money. It was money that I should have used for something else, but I thought that okay, no, let me think about the long term. Is this gonna? I weighed my options and I said, okay, no, let me rather do this, because this is gonna help my business to grow. So cleaning, like I said, it's something very broad, and it's something that I really want to venture into. So
So
yeah,
you thought of
that's how I
investing
came
into
about it.
yourself.
Yeah.
So being at that time alone and independent, what was your greatest challenge?
If you're alone, your greatest challenge is actually, how can I say, is being consistent, because at times things doesn't seem like it's going your way, but you have to know that you have to remain consistent, and you have to be hardworking as well. So but the greatest challenge was also with employees. So sometimes your employees doesn't understand the vision that you have. So
Yeah.
with me having to go look for other business as well, and having to handle the shop as well, it's a very challenging task. So but now having challenges finding the proper employee that is reliable to be able to handle things at the shop while you're out there looking for more business. So that's one of the toughest challenges while running a business.
No, true.
Yeah.
So how did you get through that? That's what we would like to know.
So I remain flexible with how we work. So the all the guys that worked here before and that is working here now, I always tell them that okay, no, we are basically from the same place, and you need to understand that we are busy building something here that we see in 10 years time, that we want to see not only in El Dorado Park, but in more places within the country. So this can be something that is going to be good for your children one day, and not only beneficial towards me, but towards many others in the community that is looking for jobs, because it begins with us, and we have to start somewhere at the end of the day. So we have to. It's our responsibility to create jobs ourselves and be self-sustainable, because our population is growing. So you cannot just rely on the government to do things for you, but we have to start with it ourselves, where we are, and to work with what we have.
Definitely. So having a set location and a business, what was the legal aspects? Because we know with this, there's a lot of legal expectations.
So with the legal, you mean like getting the place where we are? The
No,
legal
the
implications?
paperwork, having to own the business.
Oh. Yeah. So when you have a business, you actually, there's a lot of things that you need to do, but it's necessary to get other opportunities. So you have to register your business. Once you are registered, you have to open a bank account. So basically, your business has to be compliant. You have to register with all the regulatory bodies in the country, such as SARS and so forth. So when an opportunity arises, you can be ready.
Okay.
Because now, if you're not gonna be trading compliant, and you're not gonna be compliant, and you're just trading, cash from hand to mouth, it's gonna be very difficult for you to access other opportunities.
Yes.
So having been doing that has been very helpful for us.
What is the main legal expectations of having a business?
The main legal expectations of having a business. So I'd say that the main legal expectations of having a business is you have to keep your word when having a business. So that's how I see it. So you have to make sure that your standards are always high and that your customers are satisfied. So you also have to have policies in place which protects you and the client at the same time, because sometimes there's things that can happen that you don't expect. So you have to have certain disclaimers where that is covered, and that you have to put it in. You have to let your client know at all times. So, for example, our receipt that we print, on our receipt there's a fine print that says, okay, no, we are not liable for damages or let's say loss of your garments or laundry, so garments or sneakers. But even though we do take care of it, you understand, we do take the necessary precautions to make sure that we do the right thing, but anything can go wrong at any given moment. So we have to do that to also protect ourselves, because we are still a small business and we cannot take big losses. We cannot afford to take big losses easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So transitioning from doing sneakers at home to a business,
Yeah.
we want to know what has crossed your mind during this transition.
Well, it is the viable business. That was the first thing. So that has crossed my mind is like, will it make it? How long is gonna take me to achieve what we want to achieve? All those things start playing in your mind, and it's a very tough mental challenge that we face as entrepreneurs. So we have to bear in mind that at times there's a lot of people watching us, and that we have to remain strong when building a business. We have to remain strong, because it also requires a lot of time. It takes a lot of time from you. It takes a lot of money. So you just have to remain strong, and you cannot be negative while starting your business and building your brand.
So during that duration of having mental challenges,
Yeah.
have you ever thought of suicide
No, not
or
actually.
anything else?
I once thought of, hey, let me just rather work and be employed by another company. But what drives me is I want to be independent, and I want to be able to help people as well. So that thoughts, but thoughts like suicides and so forth, it never really crossed my mind, because I feel that life has a lot more to offer than only one thing. And even if something could go wrong within this business, you can always try something else. it's never the end of the road for anyone, I'd say, because there's always options. You know, people always make it out. We can always make it out of any situation. So that never really crossed my mind. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we know that you are currently dating somebody.
Yeah.
During opening the business,
Yeah.
we know that there are many times where family don't support even your significant other.
Yeah.
Was there ever a place you found yourself where you had to choose between spending quality time and being at the shop?
Yeah, that happens most of the time. But I feel that I have to be here so that to ensure that the business is ran professionally. So that happens a lot. But we have to understand that we're working to achieve something, and we're working to achieve something together. So family support or your partner support is also it's also very important. So you'll need to, and both of you guys need to understand what is it that you want to do. So yeah, that happens a lot. It's something that it happens almost every day, I'd say, because we work from 9 to 5:30, but I end up leaving here sometimes even at 7. So it happens most of the time, but you have to do what's necessary at the end of the day.
Perfect. So how do you deal with that kind of situation?
My family is pretty much used to it now. My partner is used to it now. So at the beginning, it was first very difficult for them to understand. But as time goes on, they start getting used to it, because you will get your off days. So how we deal with it is just, you have to let them know where you are and what you're doing, and then that is about it. But it's not a very difficult. It used to be difficult at the beginning, but it's not a difficult thing now.
So looking at your location, you are based here in Eldorado Park Extension 6.
Yeah.
Has there ever been an incident of theft?
No. Okay, before we lost our tablet. Our tablet, we used to operate on a tablet, and our tablet got stolen. But other than that, no.
Never.
But actually, yeah.
So your business has never been compromised at this location?
No. So there's security at the building which patrols at night and during the day. So we're pretty much fine here, and we never had such complications before.
So what's the next step for you in this career field?
So the next step is to our goal is to at least open another shop this year. Not within Yaldos, out of Yaldos. So God willingly, we'll be able to achieve that. So that is what we are working on now. But basically, I want our business to still be the heart of our business. I want our business to still be the business in Eldorado Park. I want it to remain and to be the foundation, so that one day when we are a much bigger corporation, that we will still know where we come from and what it took for us to be where we want to be and where we are at that time.
No,
At that point in
100%.
time, yeah.
For your generation or the generation after you, what would you say to them to attain the same or higher level of success that you are at?
You have to be consistent. Number one, consistency is one of the most important things in business. You have to be consistent. You have to be disciplined. You have to be well disciplined, so that you can make the proper decisions as well within your business. And don't be afraid to start a business. So they really have to be able to withstand the difficult times when running a business, because it's not always very easy, but you have to withstand it, and you have to be smart. And the last but not least important is that you have to be nice to people at all times. So when you're running a business, you have to put all. I know as humans we have our emotional side and our mental side, but when it comes to your business, you have to ensure that you be the best person that you can be for your clients at all times.
Okay, I have a last question for you.
Okay.
But this is a question for you to answer.
Okay.
So you need to ask yourself a difficult question you never would have imagined somebody asked you. What would you ask yourself? that you know today?
A difficult question
Yes.
that I would ask myself.
So let's say you are someone who aspires to open their own business
Yeah.
but don't know anything. What would you ask the next person?
Which type of business would they like to start?
It depends. So it's just general.
Yeah.
So in general, we would be like, okay,
Hmm.
that's a successful entrepreneur.
Yeah.
I'd like to ask him what is the difficult questions that he's not answering.
The difficult questions that I'm not answering as a successful entrepreneur. So difficult questions. Would you mean like in which aspect would you? Is it like
Okay, what would you ask yourself?
excess, or what would I ask myself? While on the journey of being an entrepreneur, so
Yes.
what I would ask myself is, am I running my business properly? Am I doing it the proper way? You understand? Am I spending less? Am I making more profit? You know, that is a difficult question that you have to ask yourself as an entrepreneur. Are you doing the right things in your business to ensure that it can be sustainable? So as an entrepreneur, you need to know that you always gonna get paid last. So you have to adjust your mind already. That you in your mind you need to adjust that you're gonna have to get paid last. You're gonna have to pay your suppliers. After paying the suppliers, you're paying your rent, you're paying the bank. So there's a lot of things. So you're gonna have to ask yourself that are you doing those stuff?
So there's a process to
difficult.
it.
Yeah, so if you're not doing that or you're not willing to do that as an entrepreneur, then I don't think you should be running a business. So because your business won't survive if the first thing you're doing is spending money on yourself from the proceeds of your business. So you have to adjust. You have to in your mind. You have to adjust that, and you have to know that you're gonna get paid last. And sometimes maybe you're not even gonna get paid because there's different things that arises within that month, or within that week. So you have to make that adjustment for yourself.
So you asked yourself a question. Now we
Yeah.
would like to know the answer to that question.
So the answer is
Do you
You have
think
to-
you're running a successful business? Are you doing right?
yeah. I believe so, because I'm always trying to stay competitive with the market and with how the industry is moving. So I've been doing that on a very consistent level. So yeah, I believe that I'm making the right decisions in the business. So starting from where we started and to where we are now, yeah, I do believe so.
Well, there you have it. We are joined with Mr. Elroy, and we would like to thank you for your time today and just sharing some information. You know, there are many young people out there, but we would like to give one good word out for them who are trying to strive and be just like you. What would you tell them?
I'll tell them to start. The first thing they have to do is start, and they should not be scared of anything. They should start, and then they should be consistent. And as time goes on, things will start happening for them, because along the journey you meet really great people that is willing to help you, and that's the beauty of everything. So just start. That's what I have to say. Yeah,
Just start.
Yeah.
Before we conclude, we'd like to ask, who is the one person you run to for mentorship?
So one person I run to from I have a few. As an entrepreneur, you need to have I call it you have to have like a support structure. So I got a friend who's an entrepreneur as well, Sibuni, so I will speak to him when I'm stressed about some things. I do got a mentor that's in this industry, which is in the cleaning industry. His name is Dion as well. So I would ask him if, based on the decisions that I would like to make, maybe I need to give pricing to a corporate entity or so. Tell us, say, okay, hey, please help me with this. How do I charge these people? So how do I charge these people? Let's say per blanket, per pillow. How do I go about it? I know, different type of things that we face as entrepreneurs. So you have to have that support structure. So if you're an entrepreneur, you cannot be having only friends that is employed by companies that is working. So you need to have friends that is on the same level as you, doing the same thing that you are doing. So because nobody else will understand you other than another entrepreneur. Nobody will understand you better than another entrepreneur. Let me say it in that way. So you have to make sure that your circle is, you're all doing the same thing and that you'll have one thing in common, so that you guys can understand each other and support each other as well.
Well, there you have it. Thank you, Mr. Alroy, so much for your time. Do not forget to check him out at DripClean in Eldorado Park, Extension 6. I'm Angel Dobell from Trust the Process. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to tell your friends and your family. Come on, let's go.